Today we're going to be learning about sequences and series in grade 12. Right, let's without wasting time, let's get into it. So the first part of sequences and series we're going to be learning is arithmetic sequences. Arithmetic sequences also are known as linear sequences, or you might know it from grade 11 or 10. They are linear patterns, right? And one of the properties that we need to understand about arithmetic sequences is that they have a constant difference. That is the main characteristic of arithmetic sequences, right? So let's look at an example, right? So we have 7, 10, 13, 7, 10, 13, 16, and 19, right? And I want you to understand something and notice something here, is that the difference between these numbers or these series of numbers is that they increase, right, by 3, right? 7 plus 3 gives us 10, 10 plus 3 gives us 13, 3, and then 16 plus 3 gives us 19. Therefore, it would continue indefinitely like that, right? Because it's an increasing sequence. And so I want you to understand something about the difference between these numbers, right? Is that they have a constant difference. It increases by the same factor, by the same number. And that is what we call the constant difference. Right. Suppose now we have term 1, term 2, term 3, right, and going on indefinitely, right? That means that we would have a difference here which would be denoted by D. Right, so let's denote it by D, right? And this difference here, it's essentially T2 minus T1, right? And notice something here. The very same number D, or constant difference D, is also denoted by saying term 3 minus term 1. So term 2, sorry. So what does this mean? The difference in a arithmetic sequence, right, can be denoted by saying a term after, right, we'll call it term n, we'll have a term Tn minus Tn minus 1. Why am I saying minus 1? I'm basically saying, okay, sharp, I have a number, right? I have a number here. My number is called n. It's in its position n, right? And if I go backwards, I would have to go backwards by 1. I would have to minus 1 from it, right, from that position. And that's why I'm saying Tn minus 1. So this basically, in summary, basically means that the difference between two consecutive terms is that we have the term, right, minus the term before, right? Hope that makes sense. With that being said, right, when we want to understand as to how this pattern came about, let's say 7 was denoted by saying it is the letter A. Let me pick a different color. Right, 7 was denoted by saying that it is the letter A. Right, so what would happen for us to get to 10? We would have to say A plus D. For us to get to 13, plus another D. And it will go on and on and on. Right, so let me just put it neatly here so that we can understand. So we say term 1 is denoted by saying that it is A, right? And let's say to get to term 2, then we'd have to say A plus D, because it is the first term plus the difference. It will give me what? The second term, right? Then we'll say that term 3 is by saying the first term plus D that we had in the thingy in the second term plus another D. Now I want you to notice something what I'm doing here. do you see that I have term 2 here? Right? What I just underlined here is term 2. So I'm saying term 2 plus the difference. The previous term plus the difference. The previous term plus the difference. Same thing here applies. 7 plus 3 gives us the second term. 10 plus 3 gives us, and so on and so forth. Right? And that's how it actually works. And so going back to the term 3 here, we can simply simplify this and by saying it is a plus 2d. Term 4 would then, if you do the math, it would be a plus 4d. Right? Okay, sharp. Where are we getting with this? I mean plus 3d. Sorry, this is a mistake. Right, so term 4 is a plus 3d. Right, and with that being said, so now how do we end up coming up with the formula that will carry us into any type of arithmetic sequence, right? So we say K sharp Tn, right? And I want you to notice something, right? Tn is equals to the first term plus, right? And I'm going to open a bracket here so that you notice something. We want to open a bracket and we're going to multiply it by d. So notice what I did here. I want you to notice something here. I said T1 is A. Okay. T2 is A plus 2D. Plus D. T3 is A plus 2D. Right? But T3 is A plus 2D. Do you see that this number and this number are different? But how are they different? Is that we're saying that this number is n and this number is the number before n, right? So it's n minus 1, right? And that's basically what we're going to be inserting in this bracket. Is that we're saying the formula to an arithmetic sequence, right, is denoted by saying Tn is equals to A plus n minus 1 multiplied by D, whereby we're saying that A is the first term of the sequence, n is the position of the number, and then D, it is the difference, the constant difference. Right, the constant difference.